Happy New Year, everybody, and it's the best year ever because we are playing Mass Effect 3. When we last left off, we did a bit of the old talkie-walkie, and now it's time to go to this meeting to determine that we'll all be friends and help save the day together. With no strings attached and no bullshit. So let's head on down. God knows why it's so noisy. It's in space. Now, I'm pretty sure there's going to be nothing here, but you've got to check. Indeed, there was nothing, so let us go to the diplomatic ships and meet with the diplomats. Whoa! Let's do it, come on. The diplomatic ships of the Salarians, Turians, and Krogan float far away from one another, out of weapon range. Messages sent by each faction indicate that they would welcome the Normandy as a neutral meeting ground for their diplomats. The fact that they have not agreed on a ship to serve as a neutral meeting point before now does not bode well for the negotiations.
Commander, the Salarian Dalatress and Krogan clan chief are ready to come aboard.
Have them brought to the conference room. And hope this doesn't start another war.
The Krogan is in no position to make demands.
The Krogan has a name. Erdnot Wrex. And I'm not just some junkyard Varen you unleash whenever you're in trouble. I've got my own problems. Reaper scouts have arrived on Tuchanka. So why should I care if a few turians go extinct?
Trying to draw out negotiations will get you nowhere, Wrex. I have no time for it. Just tell us what you want.
I'll tell you what I need. A cure for the genophage.
Absolutely not. The genophage is non-negotiable.
Why are you so opposed to the idea, Dalatress?
Because my people uplifted the Krogan. We know them best.
You mean you used us to fight a war you couldn't win? It wasn't the Salarians, or the Asari, or even the Turians that stopped the Rachni. It was Krogan blood that turned the tide.
And after that, you ceased to be useful. The genophage was the only way to keep your urges in check.
Dalatress, you may not like him, but Wrex is right. Insulting him won't change that.
I won't apologize for speaking the truth. We uplifted the Krogan to do one thing, wage war. It's all they know because it's all we wanted them to know.
Now, she does have some legitimate concerns in that the Krogan historically were very, very, very bad news after the Rachni Wars, but I think after that was done you ceased to be useful is not one of the most diplomatic ways to get that point across, so...
Your people should have thought the matter through then. Was it really a surprise the Krogan revolted?
That's precisely my point, Commander. We made a rash decision. We turned to the Krogan in desperation. It's the same mistake you're about to make today. No good can come from curing the genophage.
The Krogan have paid for their mistakes. The genophage has gone on long enough.
1,476 years, if you're keeping track.
It was 1,000 years of peace, free from these brutes.
Enough! Whether or not they deserve a cure is academic. It would take years to formulate one.
My information says otherwise. A Salarian scientist, Malin, grew a conscience. He was on my planet, testing a cure on our females.
I remember. His methods were barbaric.
But what you didn't know is that other females survived his experiments. So the Dalatress here sent in a team to clean up the whole mess, and to take them prisoner.
Where did you get this? It could be a fabrication.
Don't insult me. Those are my people. They're immune to the genophage, and you're going to give them back.
Dalatress, is this true?
How will curing the genophage benefit my people?
Well, you could throw all the krogan at the Reapers and hope they go extinct if you're looking to be pragmatic about it. But even without that, I think, you know, now that you've sort of kidnapped people and are holding them on your planet, it's all a bit muddied. I don't think you're in the best position.
How long do you think you'll last alone against the Reapers?
6
Because
days.
if you don't help, that's how it'll end up.
And I'll be the last friendly Turian you ever see.
What's it gonna be?
The females are being kept at one of our STG bases on Surkash. But I warn you, Commander, the consequences of this will be felt for centuries to come.
Let's go get them.
You're not setting foot on Surkash. This will take time.
It happens now. As a Council Spectre, Shepard can oversee the exchange.
We're going.
I won't forget this, Commander. A bully has few friends when he needs them most.
Now, given that my Shepard is a woman, her saying of he, it could be sort of a general he, like we sort of do in our society, but then in Salarian society, it's the women who are the most powerful, so wouldn't she sort of be the go-to pronoun? I think you need to think these things through, BioWare. Anyway, let's have a look. Who am I taking with me? Well, obviously, if Wrex is coming with us to Surkash, then we've got to bring his old friends. There is just no other option. If we take Javik, he'll probably be dissected in a lab within seconds. If we take Edie, same thing. And James, I don't know. Who is he? Who even is he? Right. I think you're all sorted out. Garrus? Gary. You get to play with alien weaponry today. That will do it. So, let us confirm. How are you doing for guns? Rifle-y guns, that is. Okay, you can go for the Mantis. Oh my god, so many upgrades. Thermal clip is always good. Increases damage is always good. So there you go, Garrus. You are ready to roll. Let's have a look at our abilities. I'm doing fine. Garrus, you need to sort yourself out. So, shabamsdy bamsdy. Liara, you can have Stasis and Warhammer. Oh, you just can't afford that last one. Okay, we are ready to roll and rock and other various things.
This is the Salarian homeworld we're headed to. They aren't used to seeing krogan here, so let's keep it simple. We land, get the females, and leave before anyone changes their mind.
I still don't trust a word they say.
Let diplomacy play out, Wrex. You'll get what you want.
These females are the best and probably last hope for my people.
We'll bring them back, Wrex. Don't worry.
I appreciate that, Liara. I wouldn't want anyone else along for the ride. I suppose I can make room for you too, Garrus.
Figured you'd gone soft sitting on your throne. Forgot how to hold a gun.
Commander, I have the Salarian base on sensors.
Set her down.
Commander, Salarian ground control says we don't have clearance to land.
Tell them the Dalatress authorized this herself.
I knew they'd never keep their word. Let's see them try to stop a krogan airdrop.
Wrex? We have an unauthorized landing.
And who authorized you to hold my race hostage?
You're in trouble now, Wrex.
Hold! Man down! Hold your fire! Commander Shepard, restrain your colleague. We only found out about this transfer a few moments ago.
I'd like to avoid a diplomatic incident.
As would we.
But you have something valuable to Wrex.
Something worth dying for.
This matter can be resolved, but I must insist he remain under guard.
I can handle this, Wrex.
Anything goes wrong and all bets are off.
I'm Paddock Wicks, and I appreciate your understanding, Commander. With war on everyone's minds, our people are on edge.
Careful! Watch the containment shield!
I'd hope to never see one of those again.
As you can see, this base contains sensitive information.
Given that they can clearly talk, given that one was the Shadow Broker, and again, given that one was the Shadow Broker, they're clearly quite intelligent. Do they belong in a cage like that and be referred to as one of those? That doesn't seem great to me.
What kind of work goes on here?
Evolutionary trials, morphological simulations, exogenetic assessments.
Nothing is ever simple with salarians, is it?
Science has always been our best defense. The research we do here has kept Surkesh safe for millennia.
Does that include studying lost krogan?
The females were in poor health when we found them on Tuchanka. They were brought here to stabilize their condition.
This whole planet smells wrong.
I'd like to see them.
Of course. I'll need to clear you for the lower levels. Give me a few moments and meet me near the elevator.
Alright, let's go have a look around this lovely planet. So here you've got the famous slideshow birds. They're capable of flying without fluid movement. They just sort of go from one frame to the other. It's quite majestic, really. You've got the eerily still waters of Surkesh. And the very, 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 very empty bases. Clearly, the Salarian Special Tasks Group is not well manned. Except for this building. Hello, dude. What's this?
Please don't touch that.
I'm gonna touch it.
As I said, Commander, don't touch that.
Oh, I'm gonna touch it.
Again, I would ask you to refrain from touching that.
I think I'm gonna proceed to touch that.
Perhaps don't touch that means something different in your language.
Perhaps I'm gonna touch that means something different in yours.
I would rather not refer this matter to the human embassy.
I would rather not refer this matter to your face.
Touch it all you want. You'll never find out what it does.
Thank you for the invitation.
Are humans really so deprived of stimulus that they must insist on touching everything?
Essentially, yes.
I'm afraid if you keep touching that, you risk a diplomatic incident.
I'm afraid if I keep not touching it, I risk boredom.
Further manipulation of that object is grounds for further admonishment.
Sounds fine to me.
Really? You must stop touching that.
Says who?
Once more, the Salarian Union formally requests that you not touch that.
Well, I informally declare that I will.
Fine. If you are so enamored of that object, then I suggest you get your own feces analyzed.
I am picking one up the next time I'm at the Citadel.
We've already been down that road. No more.
Fine. So, that was good fun. Let's see what our buddy Wrex is up to.
Where all you Salarians come from, huh? No wonder you're so soft. Too busy writing poetry about waterfalls.
Wrex, do not make fun of my waterfall poetry.
Shepard, I don't like this. I should be the one going in.
How about you stay here and we only fight one war at a time?
That was just good old-fashioned krogan hot air. If it had been real, they'd be dead.
Who tipped you off about the females here?
Sorry, Shepard, but they're listening to every word we say. I prefer my Salarian liver served raw.
Is that safe?
Besides, you'd think this is the kind of thing the Shadow Broker would have known about. Too bad I don't know him. Or her.
I'm sure the broker was very busy.
I'm sure the Salarian standing there can